So this should be a very interesting matchup for, I guess, to really prove who belongs in Crystal, I guess, is the context of this. But I'm sure these two races are just treating this like any other race. And we just like drawing meaning from where there is none. That's part of the fun, isn't it? If you look at many competitions, if you just take every result at face value, disregarding the context, it's a lot less interesting. But there is a barrel and a potion room here. BGM will spend the bomb for an apple and a potion. Both races are spending quite a long time on this 1-1, but Biggie finds the green dragon. Let's see what Biggie wants to do with it. We'll just kill it. I guess Biggie's embalming for the potion, which is kind of surprising. And this is a transmog for Biggie. Going for oh yo, that's not good. Going for shovel, then weapon. But we'll be able to dig through thanks to that. And pick up the apple as well. So that shovel actually isn't all that bad. It's just that this is just base whip without any dagger to swap back to. But on the next war, there's base rapier anyways. So all is not lost. EGM picking up obsidian armor. Knocking the crate down the trapdoor. Better shovel, but time waste, and also whip. But Biggie's definitely someone who's comfortable at riding the draft. Meanwhile, VGM has swapped off to the Squagus suit. And, like, draft as in if you're, like, in that sweet spot where you're just behind your opponent to screen watch and take advantage of their decisions, but not too far behind that you don't need to spend too much effort trying to catch up. That's a good place to be in, and can be very advantageous even if you are behind. And Biggie's kind of in that area right now. But pretty much identical build, save for the shovel. For both races, VGM will be the first check for a titanium harp. See a bit of screen watching coming in. Biggie's actually gonna go for the pulse spell, checking purple. So a good find, kinda risky. Oh, this is a Ring of War. That benefits Biggie quite a bit. But BGM is up to the 3 damage harp, which is far from bad. And here's a Ring of Pain as well. Could be worth considering swapping to for both races, and both races actually will. So that Ring of War actually turning out to be very disposable. Oh, that explosive mushroom for Biggie. Probably didn't want to activate that, but Pain Ring would have probably caused that to happen. If it didn't happen yet, which it did. But Biggie with a slight lead here. The build divergence is in the shovel and the weapon. And also the pulse spell. Lining up a pulse here for Biggie, I think? Nope. I think the pulse was lined up a few times there, but we'll just attack the conga normally with some meaty lunges. Checking purple for Ring of Luck VGM. Checking black for an Obsidian Longsword. We'll actually take the Obsidian Longsword. Not sure if that's the right call exactly, but it is damage up over your opponent who just has a base rapier along with a Ring of Pain. Never mind. Here's an electric dagger. Meanwhile, BGM with the shovel conjures does 2 times for pink shovel. Alrighty. Biggie. Okay, yeah, just gets the Ring of Regen. Doesn't. Oh, that fair and balance. Biggie's sliding right into the fair and balance, so won't be able to activate regen before quaffing the potion, sadly. That's pretty garbage, but welcome to Necrodancer, I guess. Sometimes that happens. You just gotta deal. So Biggie has a better weapon and probably a better ring with this spell as well. But BGM does have the pink shovel. Which can easily be a game changer, especially if you're behind and can rely on your opponent's mapping. But some very good tanks here for Biggie with this Squega suit and Ring of Regen. I think me taking that Telemonkey won't go far. Taking this Telemonkey too. I say if you're like halfway past the floor already, which Biggie kind of already was, it's not really worth taking the Telemonkey anymore. But very situational, of course. I think right now that shouldn't have been a Telemonkey take. If that was intentional, if that was on accident, you can't do anything. It never. Okay, Biggie. Okay, Biggie. So we've seen 3 Telemonkeys in the span of 2 floors. What a fun time. Three Telemonkey takes, 2 floors. Yeah, but he's doing an excellent job at taking the right hits to not take big damage. Taking the smaller hits, the small enough hits to 2 hearts or less is what you want to be taking. Any more than you'll take double damage. Which is admittedly most enemies, but still, it's in practice, it's a lot harder to take the right hits to reduce your damage. Biggie's on to Deadringer. 6 nades. BGM taking the trapdoor. It will be a right side spawn, so Biggie's going for the left side scoots. Which will go off the rails here, but will be re-railed the flawless victory. And there goes the weapon for Cadence. We don't need that. BGM onto Deadringer as well. Biggie with 2 hits for left. 3 hits left on Necrodancer, now 2. And last hit on the Necrodancer here. A pretty sizable lead. And GG? An 8:57.85. Definitely not a fast race for Crystal Tier. But still, like, sub 9 is pretty good still. That's still pretty fast for a seed like that. Seed like that was just okay, it wasn't horrible or anything. The start looked pretty bad, but early Squega suit for free. And some very interesting build differences there. Say pretty even builds on both ends eventually. But it kind of, the pendulum kind of swung back and forth with who had the build advantage. But it was leaning on Biggie's end. Or just having better. But yeah, both races readied up. I think we had a false start, it's fine. We have another nice seed though. It starts off with the good old nice on the reseed. Yeah, the countdown already happened. But we're just doing a quick reseed, it's all good. Okay. Thank you, staff, for figuring that out. Staff are wonderful and are keeping this whole show on the road. But okay, fresh new seed. It's still a nice seed to start. It's not all too common that you get the first two digits to be identical. Actually, no. It's actually probably more common than it should be because of varying seed seed lengths. My intuition says it's like 1 in 100 though, which is probably somewhere in the ballpark, if not the exact number. Because a seed cannot start with 0, is the thing. So it'd be 9 times 10, so 1 in 90. Yeah, 1 in 90. Exactly. And then length is... It's actually... Because the 1-digit seed is possible, but very, very unlikely. There's a few edge cases that makes it not exactly 1 in 190, probably, but pretty much practically 1 in 190. Yeah, let's ignore the possibility of 1-digit seeds, because if that's happening, then we aren't even freaking out about having identical first 2 digits anymore. We're freaking out about having a 1-digit seed. Anywho, Transmog here. Biggie gets Battle Shovel, and Cat BGM gets Obsidian Shovel. No Pink Shovel, but for weapons... There is a electric dagger here. BGM's killing with frost. Yeah. That's a dead shopkeeper for BGM. Cause didn't got the money. And that's a huge, huge thing to miss out on. But it's better to have a kill to maintain build parity rather than just not being able to kill. Unless the shopkeeper just ends up being good later down the line. But yeah, not having an electric dagger is probably way too big of a thing for BGM not to kill on. So luckily it had those freeze tomes. Ooh, that is an obsidian rapier. But both races won't take it. Already got the electric dagger. So even if BGM didn't kill, that obsidian rapier is there. But of course BGM didn't know that beforehand. And giving up an electric dagger is a bit too much, probably. We got some zapping happening. For some reason, this is stray rook there for both racers. Mana shields pick up. It's always nice to find mana when you already have a spell. Otherwise, you're just hoping for a spell that probably won't come. Hang on, I'm dropping a bit of frames. Got so many of it, yeah. This is a peace shrine take for BGM after throwing the electric dagger. Ooh, a pretty solid shield here, dude. Try to manage this swarm. Hop in on the bomb trap there for a bit of extra damage to the swarm. This goes for... Yo, we got Mana Earth! Mana Shield, Mana Earth. This quick arena peak from BGM, spending quite a bit of time on 3-3 already, but just deciding to continue spending time on 3-3 to see what's in this arena will yield Mana Earth. Biggie, meanwhile, has Mana Heal, which won't help going fast nearly as much as Mana Earth. Yeah, Biggie's probably wanting to push this. Oh, that's a really bad Telemonkey for Biggie. That's one thing that Shield Spell won't protect you from, is unwanted Telemonkeys. Mana heals this Ring of Regen. Right? It's better than Ring of Regen, kind of, in some ways, and it's worse than in others, but mostly it's a Ring of Regen. I don't really want to change your mind on that, because I mostly agree. Yeah. BGM very close behind Biggie here. Biggie still got them freeze tones, so this is a very fast core rip. But BGM has just got the Mana Earth, you know. So we'll also be able to just delete core rip like that. So yeah, Biggie's definitely focused on pushing here. Bit of a quick shop peek here for Biggie, trying to find something as... Oh! Biggie's cursed, but has heal spell, so should be able to start getting some red hearts back, or actually being able to use the potion, but maybe not. Might just not even try, because that's probably gonna cost a few beats, and it might come down to the wire here. Just using his heal on stairs, so yeah, not wanting to waste beats. Left side Dead Ringer spawn. Japanese strats for Biggie. BGM having to dig a bit here. Oh, Biggie's Dead Ringer's off the rails, has quaffed the potion, and will take a dunk. Yeah, it's just the skeleton in the way. The mini-bosses seem to be behaving there, as Biggie did spend like 2 bombs to ensure the safety of that Japanese strat, but that does not help when there's skeletons in the way. And also getting cursed by the Wraith there. Could have cost Biggie his life, but even if Biggie survived, BGM was probably still gonna take it, given how much time it would have cost to re-rail that Dead Ringer. But GG to BGM there for taking the second point. Currently 1-1. Yeah, that was a really good find for BGM. Which definitely put a lot of pressure onto Biggie to get going. Okay, both races have readied up. We got 3 doubles in this seed, how fun. Tier 2 cracked wall here. Let's see what's inside. BGM's getting a barrel over, except needs to puzzle this out a bit. Otherwise the barrel's just gonna get stuck in the tier 2 wall corner. No, it'll be fun. Gets an additional bomb out of that. Biggie will do the same. And both races will go for the Bloodshot kill, using that second bomb. And both will leave with the Titanium Broadsword and Blood Drum. Shriner find for Biggie, with some pretty good shrines to bomb, but could also get the Miner's Cap as well if there is a bomb. But right now, both races don't have any bombs, is the thing. Very bombable Shriner. A distinct lack of bomb. There's also Darkness on the same floor, so this is a very shriny floor. And that will be a source for a bomb for both the racers. Both racers doing shopping here, seeing what's inside the chest, which will be a whip, but picking up the chainmail as well for a bit of safety. BGM's bombing everything. Biggie is bombing Peace and tapping Blood Shrine for a Blood Spear. Pretty interesting choice. Biggie seems to be keen on tapping the Blood Shrine. Blood weapons are good. Yeah. He definitely does like his Blood Shrines. And not to bomb like normal people do, to take. Unless a ring is needed. But Ring of Peace is also in the same Shriner there. Shopkeeper kill for BGM here. Or Ballet Shoes and Cat. Obsidian Cat. Nice combo. That will allow you to keep that multiplier up pretty effortlessly. Biggie going for a throw is on half a heart. Without the blood weapon anymore. So health can definitely start becoming an issue for Biggie. But Biggie's definitely someone who's able to thrive and survive in situations like this. Otherwise, Biggie wouldn't be so keen on tapping the Blood Shrine. Yeah, when you're in Crystal tier, half heart, it's basically 7 hearts and a potion. Lol. Speaking of potion, here's an actual potion. Yeah, both racers just going. This is Darkness Peace. So, should be a fast rest of the seed. He's getting walled up by tier 2 walls here. Hopping on that bounce trap instead of standing still. Jim's also on half a heart actually. But for an entirely different reason, just taking hits as opposed to Biggie doing the thing. Was that an attempt at an Azuma with Ballet Shoes for Biggie? That may have been what that was. Can't do Azuma / Earth Zuma with Ballet Shoes, unfortunately. And that is something that is pretty easy to forget. Because you don't often get Ballet Shoes. In the heat of the moment, you can just forget about them. But a very nice push from Biggie here. Both races are slowly bleeding out health in order to go faster. Very farmy, yeah. Both of these races aren't really speed demon types. All of the race room times have not really been like crystal tier, what you expect from seeing crystal tier. As in, the previous 2 seeds were actually just a hair under sub 9 race room time. Oh, Biggie with the Telemonkey. Biggie's Telemonkeys are not working out. Obviously that wasn't intentional because, like, why would you take... Oh my... Yeah, it's definitely racer style. And it's very reactive from each other. Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, if you just looked at the race room times, you'd probably guess this wasn't a crystal tier. Oh, BGM just taking 3 ogre hits. 1. Yeah, that confusion. Like, a lot was happening there and miscounted killing the ogre. But it's not over yet. Biggie's on 1 heart. This is a glass shrine, though. For some glass armor, but Biggie leaving that behind. Oh, anticipate the unconfusion to enemy earlier. Yeah. That's a pretty reasonable explanation. There was a lot happening there. Man, this is heavy glass for Biggie along with 4 hearts. So at least 3 hits before dying, assuming this armor is kept. And onto Dead Ringer for Biggie. Can't do Oblivion, but looking like lures. Okay, it's fine. Oh. Those lures seemed fine, and then the cat happened. Yep, Heavy Glass doing its thing. Fully taking a hit there for Biggie. Heavy Glass does not care, does not discriminate between what kind of hit it's taken. It will take a hit for you, no matter what. Least biased armor in the world. I'm pretty sure if Biggie did not take Heavy Glass, then would be a lot more careful about not accidentally taking charges, but GG's to Biggie, finishing this one off with a race swim time of 10:08.38 or 2-1 over BGM.